Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm going to do the first upgrades on the Polygon Siskiu T7 today. Just a couple of quick basic upgrades that you can do on your bike to make it a little bit more personalized, maybe a little bit more comfortable. The stock setup here, I'm going to do handlebar grips and pedals. I actually never ran the stock pedals. I have some Fuker pedals on here, but I'm going to change those out to something similar. I'm going to change those out with some race-face chesters. This is my first set of race-face chesters, and then we're going to put some ergon grips on here. First time running those as well. These stock grips, these lock-on grips that came on the bike, perfectly fine. I like them, but I want to add a little bit of color. So let's see what we got. For the pedals, I've got the race face chesters. These were $50 on Amazon. It's a little pricier than the Fukers, about double the price. However, Fuker doesn't make a purple pedal, and I do have some purple Fuker race face chester-like style pedals over there on the Marlin, but I couldn't find those in stock, so I ended up getting these chesters. We'll see how they kind of compare to the Fukers. If they're better, if they're worse, if they're the same, you know, whatever. But the Fukers can be had for around $25 a pair. Race face is usually about $50 or $60. Just depends on where you're buying it and the color you're getting sometimes. And I've also got these purple ergon grips. So we're gonna add a bit of color, purple accents here. It's not a good exact match here, but I think it'll be close enough and it won't really matter. But we're gonna do that, so let's get into it. All right, so first things first, you're gonna wanna get yourself a 3mm Allen key for these stock grips. Just slowly turn it out, make sure that you're not stripping out the threads. Get it nice and tight in there before you start pulling on it, because once you strip these little bolts out, pretty difficult to get the grip off. I've done that once before on one grip. I stripped out the little bolt and I had the hardest time getting the grip off. So once that's done, you can see that they're loosened up and we can pull them off nice and easy, just like so. And that's the left, it doesn't really matter, but. And these do say left and right on them. So this is the right side, you can see here. And it tells you there to tighten it to about 3 Newton meters. I don't have a, actually I do have a torque. So go all the way. And this one is also a 3, so I'll just snug it down for now. And it actually has a directional kind of gauge on there, and it says up right there in the middle, so you'll know which side it goes on. It's labeled left and right, and then up, so this part needs to go up. Just slide it on. And I like to do it finger tight and then just a little bit. You don't need a lot of torque on that. Line them up to where they're about even. Then we'll take this, just a little bit. Not putting a lot of pressure here. Just a fingertip and then pulling it until it stops. And that's it, your grips are done. So they're kind of more of a deep purple, not super flashy. They look good. That's step 1 of 2 that we're gonna cover today. We'll get down low and we'll look at the pedals. All right, so for the pedals, I'm using an 8mm Allen key, and I'm coming from the back here on these. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to break it free by cranking down on it. On the drive side, it's going to be from the back, righty-tighty, and then from the other side, on the non-drive side, you're going to want to break it free. It's lefty-loosey, so it's opposite. So I've already pre-loosened these. The right side, just like that. And that's the look at the Fuker pedal. And these Chesters come in this box. Nice presentation. You get the pedals. And that's it. You don't get anything else in it. Nice and simple. I get a comparison. Look at the right versus the right. So this is the right pedal, and this is the right pedal. And these are basically a one-for-one copy. You can tell in there. Pretty much a one-for-one copy. These ones actually spin really nicely. I don't know if that's because they're broken in more, but these are some of the best spinning pedals that I own currently. They just spin nice and freely. So we'll see how these go once they go on there. They feel a little tight, so maybe and hopefully they'll break in once they're on there for a little bit. So I'm gonna put a little bit of grease here on the threads, just so that way it doesn't get seized up on there. So just a little bit. All right, guys, so I finally found the grease. It was hanging out behind the big mess on my workbench. I gotta clean that off here today, I think. Let's see, so this is the left, this is the right. So I just like to use, you know, just a little bit, just like the size of a pea, and then just kind of get it around those threads. And make sure this is the same, and this is actually a different size on this one, so I'm going to need a different key, probably a 6. And you could use a 15mm pedal wrench too, if you want to. Yeah, so these are now going to be a 6 on the Chesters. Throw that through, then connect it here. Make sure that you're not cross-threading it, so it should be going in nice and easy. Shouldn't feel a lot of resistance until the very end. If you feel resistance at the beginning, back out, try it again, because you will strip out or cross-thread your crank arm, and then you're out of luck and you have to buy a new one or have it re-threaded. So there's one. These don't really spin too good out the box, but they might need to just be kind of broken in a little bit. So now we're going to be on this side. Same process as before. Look how nicely these spin. They might just be broken in already. Okay. So take your. Oh, I need the big one for the old. Okay, so comes out nice and easy. I like to hold mine, that way it doesn't fall. Get yourself some grease right in here, just a little bit. You can clean this out too if you want to. I'm not going to because not too dirty in there. I mean, I've only had the bike for a week. But still, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to wipe it out. I'm just not going to. Being a little lazy today. I had a long day yesterday, so I'll throw this through. And then you're in business. Once it's on, you can start feeling that resistance. Come back down, Give it a little bit of torque. If I can find the stupid thing, there we go. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Super simple, easy, affordable customization that you can do that will make a difference. Your touch points are some of the most important parts of the bike. Things. So you can kind of tell that the matchingness of it is not the best. I may take off the P&W grips from the Marlin and change them with these, because these actually match maybe more with the pedals. It's weird, right? So the pedals on the Marlin are purple as well, but they're not as vibrant as these ones. They're more dull like these. So these might go over to the Marlin. You see, these will match better. And the Marlin grips, the P&W Loam grips, are more vibrant, which would match those Race Face a lot better. So I might make that swap just because it'll match a little bit better. So that'll work out good. We'll see if I do it or not. But that's it for this one. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Alright guys, so I went ahead and made the switch. The P&W grips are now on the Polygon, matching those purple Race Face Chester pedals. Much better of a match. And then we're going to also throw the Ergon grips over to the Trek Marlin that are going to be a better match. So if you're looking for purple match, the P&W Loam grip purple and the Race Face Chester pedal purple are like a perfect match. It looks a little bit off here because my P&W grips have been used quite a bit, so they're starting to fade a little. They're getting a little dirty, but it's a lot closer match than these. So you can kind of see here, this is what I was originally going for, and these are now going to go over on the Marlin. We'll take a look over there. So these are the pedals that I have on the Marlin. Much better match, so it's going to work out just fine.